everybody has a capacity to make money. A lot of it is just a lack of access. And I'm no smarter than you.
Is that access to knowledge, or is it resource? Like, what is
access to people and access to money. And people get onto when I say people is the commodity, not money.
New episode featuring me and Gabs. Please, 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 please. You guys keep on saying you want the channel to grow. Key things to make the channel grow: like, subscribe, and if you can, repost on your socials. Like, literally, like, if you can do those three, the channel is going to get more traction. And the more traction it gets, the more content we'll be able to put out, the more guests we're going to be able to reach, because it's a numbers game. Because when the guests here, if it's not on the algorithm, if you guys like it, YouTube, how YouTube works, it pushes out to the algorithm. If the guests are seeing that, okay, this brings a high number of views, I'm adding value to them, so they're more likely to come on the channel. So please like, subscribe, and just hit the share button. Thank you.
Heard you turned 40 this year.
Dickhead, you turned 40.
No, I haven't turned 40.
No, you turned 40.
It depends which passport you're referring to. I don't know which one we're using, because I have more than one age, so it just depends who you're
My age is the same on both of mine.
Okay, no, my birth certificate and my passport, no, they've they don't balance. They don't balance right.
They rigged the scales.
Yeah, you know, when you came to the UK as you came,
FOB, fresh off boats.
You have to do certain things to make sure you get your
stay.
Yeah, you know, and I've got my stay, so I'm allowed to be in this country.
Your passports.
You know, and as much as I'm Nigerian, I do enjoy the comfort of my passport now, because I can travel anywhere without any issues.
Do you remember school days?
Yeah.
When Mandem was going, like, I remember in school, my cousin went Paris with the school, then they went to Austria with school, and you knew all the freshies because we couldn't go. Yeah, we were still the ones going to school.
You ain't got a British passport.
So when everyone was away, we was in class still. You just knew, boy, painful days.
I know we've had a discussion before, I don't want to go too far, but surely we should be allowed the freedom to travel as human beings. It should be an inalienable right to move.
Especially as kids.
I'd agree with that, yeah.
Especially as children.
But to what extent though? Because when the people at power have disrupted and disarmed so many countries and left them in a state of where it's not habitable, what is the guarantee that I will go there and go back? And
there's none. There's no guarantee.
And I guess that's why they've put, even though there's not physical borders, that's why they put borders in place to stop the likes of me.
Yeah.
You know,
they do that with everything though. There's like financial barriers to like so many things, and
I don't know. But you said that you should be able to move freely. So for instance, I went to America for the first time. What, 2-3 months ago?
You happy in it?
Never been.
This guy was excited.
Never been,
brother.
And when I tried to go, they said that they wouldn't let me go because they said I was going to abscond. They said that I don't think he's going to come back.
But hear the joke, Wes. Before he tried to go, what did I tell you?
What did you say to do again?
I said to you they was going to say that to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
And this guy didn't listen to me. I said, brother, just sort your passport. He said, no. I'm going to go get a visa and blah, blah, blah. I said, all right, cool. When you go to the embassy, you're going to come tell me in a couple of days. Boom. He went to the embassy, they declined. Then after you went to the embassy and they declined, what did I say was going to happen? I told him, you're going to try and go and try and put out for Esther, then they're going to deny you again. This guy don't listen. Everything that I've told him that's happened to him. But even Mexico, same thing. I said to him, I've done all the pain, so you don't have to. But Gabriel's stubborn. He still wants to go there himself.
The headache and stress that I thought I was going to have to go through to get my British passport is what stopped me. And there's so many people who don't have their British passport and travel on maybe a Nigerian, Ghanaian, Jamaican, whatever. And I used to be stubborn in the sense that I thought, but right, let me just rock I'm not English. What do you need an English passport, British passport for? Until that one day, I think I said it before, when I went to Nigeria and I got stuck in Turkey. Yeah. I think I said it on the podcast before.
Said, Right.
Ever since that day, I said, you know what? All this pride and patriotic Nigeria stuff, my friend, just naturalise. Become British. You know, just become British. So for my birthday, obviously Chis turned 40 this year. And for my how would you say your year has been?
You know what, my year.
And do you still feel pressure?
Yeah, a tiny bit.
And because we're almost halfway through, because they say the average man lives to like 82, 83. We're close to being I'm close to halfway of living my life. I'm almost halfway through. And I sit there and say
83, you said average?
Yeah.
You sure?
Look, yeah.
That feels like it's high, you know?
And that's why when it came to COVID,
it feels like
that's
it's
why
high, bro.
when they looked at the people who was dying in COVID, they said, hold on, you're trying to protect the elderly who are 81, 82, 83, but they're going to die at 81, 82, 83 anyway. So why are you trying to do all of these restrictions for those people? But if you check the average, if you look at the average...
I'm shocked. I thought it would be lower. I was expecting like 75.
80. Average expectancy age. Expectancy age.
Can't be the same in every country though.
No, UK.
Oh, UK.
UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it says 81.77 years. The average person lives in the UK lives to 81. Women live longer than men, so it's like I think the women are 83, men are 82. So we're almost halfway there.
Yeah.
And I like to reflect, and this is the first birthday that I've had that I was actually happy.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I've not been happy for about 7 years. I've been stressed.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, this was the first time even sometimes people are meeting me like, oh, Gabe, you seem a bit different. I'm jolly.
So it took 44 birthdays for you to be happy?
How many? Okay.
He got you.
Okay.
Still.
No.
No, you know what? Yeah. No.
It's weird. Okay, think of August to August. What has anything transitioned in your life between that year?
Yeah. The grind was harder.
Okay.
But you know what's mad? The year started off stressful. Then I woke up one day and said, "Fuck it, like nothing's gonna kill me." And even though the stress is still there, the moment I stopped thinking that stress, and just said, "Right, you know what? Just carry on." First thing, my hair started flourishing again. That's one good thing. The light at the end of the tunnel seems clearer. I know next year is going to be a huge year for me, so it's just like the patience to say you only got 4 months left, just to ride out that 4 months. Also, I'll say this birthday, the good thing is someone made this birthday good for me, because I was about to mope in my house and just watch TV the whole day, because you know what it is, I think I'm still not fully adapt to not getting the first phone call that I expect at midnight. You get what I'm saying? So this year I was about to just literally just stay in all day and not even link up with no one. Then I ended up getting virtual reality. That shit was fun as hell, bro. Telling Wes before you came that I kept on bumping into the wall. Man's in there shooting. Then someone's trying to shoot and I'm trying to duck and oh shit, my neck. But that was fun. Like I feel like a big kid. I want to even go buy one and start playing out here. Then what else? I went dinner that day. The party on Friday was lit. Yeah, Friday was lit. Yeah, definitely need to buy AC in there. The second one. Yeah, the week ended up being way better than planned. Yeah. So that kind of gave man a kind of boost.
Where do you find the balance between being hard with yourself and being realistic? So for instance, sometimes we feel that we should be in a better place than we are. And then sometimes I think you have to be realistic. How would you say you find a balance? So as I said, let's look at August to August. What did you say you wanted to achieve? Not saying you did have a vision board in your head, but what did you say you wanted to achieve between August and August that you haven't achieved or wasn't realistic? Because sometimes things are reachable, but we have to be realistic. And would you say that for what's going on right now in your life, would you say that the progression that you're doing now is realistic? Or would you say that you should be achieving more right now?
No, it's realistic. Definitely realistic. I think the only issue is I pressure myself too much. Yeah, I think for me that's a very, very bad trait of mine. Where
does the pressure stem from?
Are
you comparing yourself to others?
I said it to one of my friends the other day. So it's her birthday today, funny enough, and was talking about it. And I said to her, I clocked similarities between both of us, and I said to her, it stems from something, but mine, I think I go a bit too hard compared to you. And she was like, yeah, and it stems from her parents live in Sweden, and she has no family here. You get what I'm saying? Whereas mine stems from the only direct bloodline relative I have is my dad. And me and him ain't, like, you know, there's no communication lines. So in my mind I always have this thought of, if you lose everything today, how long could you give the excuse of let me go sleep at Gable's house on his couch, and you know them ones. How long could you sleep on your brother's couch realistically without feeling like a burden? You get what I'm saying? So the burden I put on myself is I don't ever want to be in that kind of situation with anything in life. So I go so hard that sometimes I feel bad when I miss people's special days and special moments at the time, because before I used to be super Mr. Reliable, and me and Speedy had this talk recently. So his granddad died, and I was in a WhatsApp group saying something, and then I think what I said, a few of the man them didn't like what I said at the time, like, but the other man them took it as right. It is what it is. Then I had a talk separate with Speedy, and I said, right, like, listen, like, I could do this and that free for everyone, but for me, if I don't mash P this way, which is my hustle, then even though I could do free for everyone, I'm like, when I do free for everyone don't turn up. But when I decide to put monetary value on it, that's when man them want free. And I said, I'm not going to do that. If I've done the free one, that's there, and if I put money in something, that's there. So his granddad, anyway, revert back to the original thing, his granddad passed, and me and Leon has gone to the funeral, and then after that Speedy's had a talk with me, and I said, now you see why I moved the way I moved. He goes, bro, I finally get. I said to him, for years I've been saying to you, you're too reliable, and I said, I used to be like you, the super reliable friend. I said, I'm still like you, but now I have to be picky and choosy with it. You get what I'm saying? I don't mean to be. I want to be super reliable, where I'm there for everyone. That's why I always have this talk with Wes about trying to game out my time, so that I could always be there all the time. But I'm like, right, it's your granddad's funeral. I had stuff to do, but it got to a certain time. I looked at the time. I was like, nah, cut down there. Saw Leon down there, and then I said, right, where's the rest of the men then? And there's a look that Speedy gave me. I could see the disappointment in his face. And I said to him, bro, this is what happens when you're too reliable. You know what I mean? Like, you have to kind of put yourself first. So the pressures I'm under in regards to grinding is because I put myself in a mind frame of raw. People are gonna let you down. And if you don't go hard, they're gonna drop you out. You get what I'm saying? Unfortunately, like, let's say tomorrow, if man won the lottery now, and I said, rah, I've won €1 and we're still doing the channel, then I've said, rah, Gabriel, hold 2 mil, where's hold 2 mil? I phone Marvin, then man, split the money, everyone's balling now. Everything we want to do in life here, we're gonna get the access faster. You get what I'm saying?
I agree.
And we're gonna be able to get our time back, because people are gonna be willing to do things for you. Even corporations are gonna be willing to do things for you. Let's say, like, now the other day was birthday party, and I reached out to a drinks brand, because now we're somebody's.
It's because there's something in it for them, though.
There's something in it for them. You get what I'm saying?
So everyone's selfish.
There we go. So we need to work to a point where we're of value. You get me?
Well, my thing is,
we are of value now, but not to. You get what I'm saying?
You can't be the nice guy all the time.
You
can't be the nice
and
guy all the time.
for you to get to where you have to, unfortunately, some people are gonna hate you along the line, because they're gonna feel like.
I think to be the nice guy all the time, you have to be the bad guy most of the time.
Something I read the other day, and it says this: at some point, you're going to realize that your biggest enemy is the fact that you don't know how to say no. You can't always be there for people at the detriment of yourself. Being a people pleaser will leave you in a padded room with one of those Michael Jackson jackets with all the zippers. The problem with constantly giving is this: give once and you garner appreciation. Second time, you create anticipation. Third time, you birth expectation. Fourth time, it becomes entitlement. The fifth time, you initiate dependency. First time, they appreciate you helping them. Second time, they anticipate it now. The third time, it's an expectation. The fourth time, it becomes entitlement. And the fifth time is dependency.
Do you think that's the natural progression with all people, though?
I think generally...
Or would you say that's people outside, like, your direct...
I think generally, one thing I've learned is not to be a crutch for people. You have to let people break their back and push their own wheelchair. If not, they're going to constantly use you as a crutch. And then you almost feel that they're dependent on you, so you can't let that situation go. So you have to always be there for them, and you can't. I think we've had this idea that life is meant to be easy.
Yeah.
And I don't know where we get this idea from. Life is not meant to be easy. It's I don't know where this idea comes from. If you just look out into the wilderness and look out into the world and look out into the atmosphere, look at all the other mammals. Life is not. It's not easy for anybody.
But this is another thing.
Easy.
But this is the thing when you look out into the wild. The animals that move together as a pack,
Do better.
They do better.
Yes.
That's one thing we struggle with as a, like even today someone put a tweet and I replied back to it and I said, the problem is all of us are too focused on trying to be super independent, whereas if we all worked as a team with minimal egos, we'll get to our goals a lot faster.
Yeah.
Way faster.
Everyone wants to be the guy though.
But everyone wants to be.
That's what I call it, main character syndrome.
Yeah.
And I said it before that, you know, a lot of people would have been millionaires if they just wanted to be a left back.
Yeah.
But they wanted to be the striker.
Yeah.
And they didn't know how to kick a ball. But you could have you was fast, you had pace, and you could tackle. You should be a left back. But everybody wants to be Messi or Ronaldo. And I think it's good to be hard on yourself. I'm very hard on myself. But I'm finally happy. And it's taken a good 7-8 years that I'm actually a bit I feel nicer.
This is what when you fully settled into the middle age. I'm on the cusp fully. You get what I'm saying? I'm on the cusp about to. But when you hit 40, this is the zen.
Yeah.
So I got 2 years. Yeah.
Do you think your life's better now compared to, let's say, where it was
2016. So
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I
We'll say
think
that.
my journey started 2016. So I moved to Birmingham.
Yeah, when you done that,
It was a good decision, good move. I was stressed.
he was stressed though.
And I just think that I've taken all the restrictions off me. I don't feel so much pressure anymore. Like obviously I'm not married. I don't have like a wife. I'm not coming home to a family in the yard. So there's a lot of pressure for that. Don't get me wrong. There's like I've woke up and I've gone home sometimes. I'm like rotted like. You ain't got a family, bro. Like you don't have like a family unit. I've got like my family. You don't have like a family unit, like where you're taking your wife or your kids on holiday, doing like the stuff I believe at my age I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm not going to put an age on it, but you know, I said I've gone on party holidays, and I've been at the beach side or the pool side, and you know, I'm talking to men, and then I'm telling them my age, and they're telling me they're 27, 26. I'm like rotted, like. We're on the same thing. We're both at the pool doing hey. Don't get me wrong, enjoyment shouldn't end because people like to put enjoyment a cap on it, saying, oh, you're 40, you shouldn't do this. There's a video I saw just now of some brother at a 50 Cent concert wearing like one of the G Unit vests and he's having the time of his life.
White do-rag underneath the hat. He was delivering his wife was gassing him.
And when you die, all you have is memories. That's all you keep is your memories. And I always say to people, take as much pictures with your loved ones and friends as possible because all you have when they pass is the memories, the pictures, the videos, and you can reminisce and go back at that. And I think I'm only at peace now because I've taken a few restrictions off myself. I'm not as hard on myself on things that I believe I should have achieved. I try to be fair and balanced and look at the world in general, look where I've come from and say, okay, where do I fit in this? How well am I doing? You know, and I think I'm all right. And I've just the other day I sat and I said, I'm halfway there. Like, I've lived half of my life nearly. Unless I'm going to go to like 90 and 100. And if I'm not in good health, I'd rather not hit 90 and 100. I'd rather, if I'm in good health up to 75 or 80, let me go. Like all this, just wherever it is, I don't want to be here till 95 if I'm not strong. I'm halfway there. And, you know, I was speaking to one of the younger lot the other day and he was trying to mock me in it saying, like you're an old man now, you're old. And I was like, okay. And then he started breaking down to me saying, okay, what have you done that you wish you would have done better at my age? I think I would have settled down a bit earlier. I think.
Why?
Okay, I think we always tend to think we're going to be in our prime forever. Yeah. And I'm talking just for men. I'm not going to talk for women.
Yeah, of course.
And I think the problem for me was that as I got older, I think I said to myself, time isn't going to run out. Yeah. And just looking at 2016 to now, that's like 9 years. It's gone so quick. Yeah. Too quick. It's taken 9 years of my life.
9 years, that's 7 years.
Is it 9? Is it 7?
7.
You know, my math sometimes is all over. Yeah, it's 7 years.
Green maths.
You know, it's 7 years. It's taken away from my life. 7 years.
Yeah.
And is it 7? Wait, 4. Yeah, 7 years. Yeah.
Yeah, maths is my thing.
And I'm sitting there like
Your words are maths.
you know, and I'm sitting there like I probably should have settled down or attempted to settle down and not be doing Jair and Gragra then.
Okay.
Because you got to bear this in mind now is that if I want to have like say a family of 4 kids or whatever,
Yeah.
let's say whatever it is, when am I gonna start doing that?
So would you say knowing when to like retire is a skill?
Very important.
Because like to liken it to like sports and like boxing, for example, like there's a couple fighters that shouldn't have returned to fighting, and then they get back in and they get punched up, and they tarnish their whole legacy.
Jr. He should have just tapped out when he needed to tap out.
Yeah.
And I think where you fit, but the other flip side to it is that I don't think I was ready. And when sometimes women will get onto men saying, why did they always say they're not ready to settle down? When you're not at peace with yourself, whether it's financially, emotionally, spiritually, as a guy, I don't think you can give peace to anybody else.
You know what's crazy though?
I don't think you can.
You know what's crazy, Gabs? I think whatever would have come at whatever time, I think we would have found a way to adapt.
I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely. You would have made it work.
You would have made it work.
Yes.
You'd have found a way to make it work.
So could that be my issue? Is that I'm always trying to make a situation perfect, and it's never going to be perfect. So I use it to self-sabotage and just not make it happen.
It's endless. There's no solution.
There's
no conclusion to it.
Because you know what it is? In your head here, you always think that you can be better, one, and then you always think that I'm always going to get better, regardless.
Yeah.
So you use that as your form of self-sabotage. We all do it.
Well, it's bad because, as I said, I'm halfway there now, and I'm trying to think about what I maybe achieved and not achieved. And I always say people don't, like, I've got so many skeletons in my closet, so I'm not no
of course.
perfect guy. Like, I'm probably worse than you. So don't,
I'm 100% worse than you.
Yeah, so no thing. I just package it and make it look good. Trust me, I'm not no saint or anything. And I just sit there and say, what would I have done different, you know, if I could spin the clock back? And I think the only thing, when this young boy asked me, oh, it's your birthday now, what would you have done different? I probably would have settled down a lot earlier. I probably would have done that a lot earlier because of the stability it gives you. And at this age now, the respect I give to men who have a family is more than anything. For a man who's genuinely running a home, and with all the pressure financially, his time, his resources, having to make sure that he's the captain of that ship. I don't think there's any more reward you can give a man than running a family.
So
there's no, and when I meet guys, especially when it comes to business, and they tell me they're married, they tell me they've got a family, I feel more secure in doing business with them. Yeah. Because you got a family. He may do stuff outside of the family. I don't know.
No. Now you see how the US Embassy felt about you.
What's that?
You get what I'm saying? But you get. Yeah, because they feel like you're gonna. But if you was.
Yeah, I think.
There you go.
I think that's where I'm at now, where a lot of stuff doesn't really matter. All of the stuff that like we're doing, of course you've got to achieve, but ultimately it's your legacy and your family.
Do you think you'd be in the same place mentally if you weren't as successful as you are? Like if you were still in the trenches, like if you was making, I don't know, 35 a year doing.
I think some, and I can talk for me.
Of course.
I was fortunate to get a loan, and everybody. I'm going to say everybody. Everybody has a capacity to make money. Yeah. I'm going to make everybody. A lot of it is just a lack of access. I'm no smarter than you. Is
that access to knowledge, or is it resource? Like, what is
access to people and access to money. Those for me, and people get onto when I say people. Yeah. Is the commodity, not money. Okay. It's people. You need people to make money. Like if you can't take money from people, you can't make money. You need people to work to make you money.
Yeah.
It's people. This is the workforce, people. And if you don't have access to money, you need to have access to people. In the same way, Deliveroo don't sell food. Uber Eats don't have cars. A mortgage broker doesn't have the money. Auto trader doesn't sell cars. All of these people are service providers in the middle, but they've got access. They didn't have the money to buy all the cars or buy all the hotels at booking.com, but I can connect you. And if you don't have access to people, you don't have access to money. And the only difference between maybe me and someone else is just that I had access to money that it wasn't mine, that someone gave to me. And that's what helped me on my journey. And then I use my access to people to make it work. Like in the same way the restaurants, I don't even own the restaurants anymore, but the buildings that I have that people are running restaurants in, I've got access to them. So they're in there. Access to them, they're in there.
Okay.
Like I know Chiso. Chiso's got the event space. Like Chiso's met you via Uber. They're now doing. It's just access. So
if you had to start everything all over again, what would you pursue first? Would it be people or would it be money?
I would say you don't, and it's very cliche because you need money to make money.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think you need money to make money if you've got access.
You know what's mad? Yeah? I always think to myself, everything we know now, I wish we knew it like 12 years ago.
Yes.
13.
Yeah, when I'm young. When I'm young.
Yeah, when we was young and we was like super flashy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we had everything we knew then, and how the man them used to move together, we would have got to where we needed to get a lot quicker. Because the man them would have been more willing to take a risk back then.
Okay.
But fast forward now, I could come with an idea to certain man.
Yeah.
And they're not willing to take the risk. Then you could bring the same idea to certain. You could bring the same idea and you want to give it to certain man, but you're not willing to take the risk with that man because that person is going to just literally want you to do all the legwork alone. So it's age kind of makes you, even though you take risks to get what you want, you're not as flexible.
So would you say that people are, if you had to do it all over again, let's say from 12 or whatever, like would you pursue people first or would you pursue money first?
I would have got to my network a lot faster.
Would you say the same then, Gabriel? For people,
pursue people. I think they're both knowing they're both necessary. For instance, if Jay-Z's my boy,
what's first?
I think if you can build a network, I would say build the network first.
Yeah.
And then have them and get access to the money.
Okay.
Because with all that money, if you don't know how to market to people or reach people,
you're
just going to start a business or start an idea and you can't reach anybody.
Yeah.
You know, I always say that someone like Drake, Jay-Z, Rihanna, Beyonce, there's nothing they will open that will not succeed.
Okay.
It's just virtually impossible. If Drake opens a cocktail bar, a shisha lounge now in London, it might only last 2 years or 3 years or 5 years. He'll make his money out of it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because of his network and access.
Yeah.
And he's got the money.
So what type of people would you pursue? Because like, for example, Drake isn't like accessible in terms of like, you can't just ring him up and be like, oh yeah, hello Drake, can I do this with you? For example, I think like a business or whatever.
One thing the internet has done is that it's made the world so small that there's so many people around you that can change your life. But you have to show that you're worth investing in.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you got to have value. Do you know what I mean? Like I might have 20 grand to invest in something, and someone might be watching this video, or someone might be watching this video and saying, I want to start something, I just don't have the money. There's people around you who
have got 20 grand to invest.
Not at this particular moment in time, no, because money's tied up. But I'm just saying that there are people who have. There's people around you who, like, there's these property guys. I can't remember his name. I think it's Antoine. There's 3 guys.
Dubois, is it Dubois?
I can't remember his name, but there's
is it Dixon Bellot?
Yes, something like that.
Ain't one of them the one where Giggs had his party at the other day?
The short brown skin guy.
He had his party. He had his party at Giggs had his party. His mansion the other day.
Maybe it was there. So you got that guy who's on the internet. Clearly looks like he's making money. I don't know, but from what I can see, he knows what he's talking about. He's making money. You've got the Forbes guy, Dean. There's so many people who you might believe that you don't have access to, that you could probably get hold of and say, look,
bro, one of them watches this channel still because he follows my Insta, and one time said something and I was like, yeah, like keep on doing what you're doing in my DM. I was like, right, like you said, you never know who's watching.
Sometimes you've got to package things and present it to somebody and say, look, this is what I've got and this is what I'm doing, and show the legwork, show that I'm making this sort of money already. To take it to the next stage, this is how much I need, and then maybe I can now buy 700 instead of 100, which means my price drops, and then I get more money. Or if I can get a building here, like you just got to show them. Sometimes people don't want to put the legwork in first; they just want to come to you and say, like, can I have some money? And I'm like, okay, what are you doing? What have you started to do? Nothing. I just want to know. Doesn't work like that. The same way a record label will come at you when you're popping, or they will make you an industry plant where they use their powers to push. But usually they're gonna ask you to send them.
You already have a look.
Yeah, you're gonna be popping, and that is a trick of business. Is that I can see your business is popping. I'm gonna invest money in us so I can make money. And there's so many. The internet is so small now that there's another guy who sold a thing. I think it was called Fan Bites. He had like some black brother with kind of like the mini afro. Like, I think he sold this thing for like some millions or something like that.
It's a middleman business.
He's on the internet.
Yeah.
He might not reply to your DM, but like DM him with an idea that you've got. It might not always work, but there's so much access to people. Or create such a network and say, look, I've got 2,000 people, 3,000 people I have access to. Surely if you funnel something to them, they might buy it.
Yeah.
It's just people like is your money, your network. People like trying to think of someone who's got a huge following. Like, okay, look at Hackney's Finest.
Yeah.
For instance, he's got a huge network. I was looking at his engagement the other day.
Yeah, it was a madness.
It was something like
I
think he was reaching something like.
When I saw it, I just thought, wow.
First of all, his engagement is nuts, and these are people he's got constant access to. And
celebrities that from here to the States. Sometimes you don't even know that they're following him until one of the man says, "Rah, so and so follows you," and he's like, "What?" Then he clicks and he's like, "Rah, yeah, his reach is different."
Yeah.
It's
People is the power.
And to think that's his second channel. Remember the first one already was bigger, and they took the channel. Like his first was a lot bigger, so this is his backup channel that's grown up again. So imagine he has access to the first channel on top of this. It'll be a madness. But yeah, everything is network.
But what we have to realise though is that the older generation, not that it was their fault, but the way the government and people have done things have ruined it for all of us now. Like everything is tight.
What do you mean?
As in the luxuries people had back in the day, I think it was the last time I was on the channel, I was mentioning that in the 1980s, the average salary was at 20k a year in England, and then the average profit was at 40k.
Okay,
times
yeah.
Now you're on times 8, times 9. Like it's not easy, and I think people need to understand that it's not easy.
But could it be easy, or could it be easier if everyone, like what Chiso was saying, worked together? Because for example, if you're looking at like an 8 times multiplier for like a property or something, I think you can have up to 4 people on a mortgage or something like that. Okay. So it could be easier, especially if everyone chips in with a deposit and stuff.
It could be easier, but I think the issue now is that when you bring 4 or 5 people into bed, you've got to be able to trust them.
Yeah. And
that's the problem, is the more people you have in the kitchen, if everybody can't allow one person to steer the ship.
So the problem's not the problem, it's the people.
Yeah, because I think like I can go into business with certain people and certain people I can't. Yeah. Because I know that we'll clash.
But they're both your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And if I know I'm better at something and you think you're better than me in it, and it's clear that I'm better than you in it, but you want to do it, we're gonna have problems. Like I know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm bad at, and I think when it comes to business, there's so much ego, and I've dropped my ego now. I know the things that I'm not good at. Before I wanted to do everything.
So what is the type of person that you think?
I still think Gabriel's got to want to do everything properly though.
Yeah, like, and
I think he's still suffering from that.
Sometimes you got to let go and just let the business do what it's doing.
Yeah.
In general, you asked the questions.
I was gonna say so what is the type of person that will compliment you? Like what
business wise?
Business wise.
It's someone that like if I'm going to business with somebody, it has to be something that I don't have. So I'm not going to go into business with somebody if we're both the same, because I don't benefit from it. Yeah. So for instance, a lot of businesses I've got, I partner with someone who does food. I don't know the food side of things. I know the cocktail side of things. So if you're a foodie and you do food, I do the drinks. We can come together. We can do business. Temperament. Someone that knows how to deal with conflict. Because we're gonna argue about something business wise, but you need to know it's business. So when tomorrow comes, we're fine. Some people don't know how to let things go. You can't go into business with them. Yeah. Because they don't know how to deal with conflict.
You be walking down the road, they'll drive you over, man. Group.
You know, and that's the thing, is that life isn't meant to be easy. Yeah. And it's not easy. Like this idea that you're just meant to be happy. You're not.
Quick question.
I'm looking at you, you're not.
Quick question. If you knew, let's say you set up all your businesses here and you've got trustworthy people working for you, and you knew that every month it's going to bring you, on a bad month, 12k, on a great month, 25k, would you move to like Nigeria or Ghana?
Yeah, the aim for me is not to live here, because I don't belong here, and you're gonna look at me like, what do you mean you don't belong here? I don't belong here. This isn't the people that live here generally are not this tone. We're only 3% or something like that of the UK. This isn't where I'm meant to be.
You know what I asked that?
Go on.
Because I was talking to Wes earlier on about I stay up watching mad videos on properties in Africa, and that I follow these property vloggers, and they'll be showing houses in Nigeria, houses like they're mostly Nigerian guys, showing houses in Nigeria, houses in Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, and I was talking right before you walked in about a group called the property development group called Mixed Africa, and how they started making affordable living for like the middle class, because you know normally in Africa is you're either this or you're that, so they started developing areas from scratch, creating like a middle class base out there. And I was looking and thinking to myself, raw, like man could just literally just stack up 40-50 from the business in a good year, close your eyes, buy a house out there, cash, just bounce. Now all your bills is what? Food and electric. You get what I'm saying? Just bounce and live a better, but it's, have you got someone here that trustworthy enough to run your business and not bump you while you're not here? You get what I'm saying? That's where.
So again, the problem isn't the problem, it's the people.
It's the people. Yeah.
So where do you find the people that are necessary to kind of work with and go about in life and do business with, and do you know what I mean? Like where do you find these people? Because you meet a lot of people like in your day-to-day life, like doing your events and stuff. Like why do you feel like you're having trouble finding these specific types of people? Are you in the wrong environment? Are you doing the wrong things to attract these type of people? Like what do you think the problem is there?
You know what it is, in that industry where if it's hotel, catering or stuff like that, I always feel like, especially like bar work in that I always feel like you might have one or two people who are like down to the, you know what I mean, down to the T. But I always have a feeling you're always gonna have that one person who will be 1 week sneaky £10, £20, £100. You get what I'm saying? Like if you don't notice. And when you're proper like hands on, like when you're there, things like that don't slip past you. So I'm a person that I might not be at the venue when an event's happening. 20 minutes before I pop in. I'm on my phone constantly checking EPOS, seeing every transaction that's going through, even when I might be somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? So imagine now I live 3,000 miles away.
You can't do it anymore.
I can't do it anymore.
So would you say you're hesitant to kind of work with certain people?
I ain't got family like that around. If I had family, like if my mom was around, I could have said, right, you know what, let's switch. You stay here, you do this, you get paid, you don't you know what I mean? I stay there. You get what I'm saying? Even it's mad, like even like if man had like a 9 to 5 that you could work from home and you only have to be short to the office maybe once every couple months or 3 months. I live in Africa.
Them jobs ain't on Indeed though.
Bro, I know, bro. I live in Africa though. I'm chilling.
But what I was gonna say is, so would you say it's your lack of ability to kind of trust people that's kind of like preventing you from maybe, I don't know, trusting people to either work in your business or work around your business or even get into business with more people?
I always feel like people ain't gonna do things as well as you want. Like even now, I finally found a cleaner, but I was saying to Gabriel recently, I was like, like when I'm not at the venue, my bridging Cleo, she does everything for me, like she do as much as she can. But if I'm not at the venue now, I could tell where Cleo's cleaned, and then I have to go on the phone and I have to start banning people up, and I don't want to do that. I don't like to bad people up, but like it's like, right, the way you're leaving my venue, you won't leave your house like that. Let's say you finish sweeping. If you finish sweeping, you're gonna sweep it into the pan, throw it in the bin. Why have you swept and left it in a corner? Then mopped around it and left that there. So I've walked in. Let's say now, I've walked in to show someone around the venue and do a viewing. That's there. So I find like just due to how I am, bro, I'll be chilling like sometimes and I'll be like, I need to go to the venue.
Yeah.
But I need to go to the venue because I don't know what's been done. So like, even the last time when I wasn't even around, I phoned Cleo and I said, right, I beg you film every bit and show me.
Yeah.
Just so that it keeps me at peace.
Yeah.
Because one time, so I've not been around, and it's literally been just like that where I've had one of those moments. I need to go to the venue. I've gone there, then I'm badding up everyone. I say, "Right, why is the stairs like this? Why is this like that?" Oh no, we were trying to blah blah blah. I said, "Mate, I pay for Ubers."
Do you?
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's no rush.
I get what you're saying.
The extra time I pay for.
I get what
Ubers.
you're saying.
So now I've reached out to someone, and she was like, yeah, I'll do the cleanup for you.
Yeah.
Like, so I'll just pay her to do cleaning. So now everyone else, the moment your time's finished, that's it. Go home. Don't worry about it. Like, I'll do what I can.
Do you feel like you have an expectation for people to kind of care either as much or more than you care?
Yeah, I do. Because
I think that's a problem. Because there's no incentive for them to do that.
See, like for me, every time I've worked for someone, I've gone above and beyond.
But that's you though. You're different.
Yeah, because I feel like, the way I want my house to be is the way I want your house to be in order. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to violate you because I feel like me doing good at your thing, it's going to benefit all of us. You get what I'm saying? But I think that's I think
one thing people forget though is that, and I had an issue with one of my staff last week, is that you're forgetting that these customers pay you. Yeah, they pay all of us. They pay all of us. So people come to the venue and they enjoy the venue. It's clean and nice. They come back. Yeah. If you give a customer a good experience, they come back. They come back. They're paying our wages. Yeah. When I say our, I'm on wages too. Yeah. If you run a business, whether you like it or not, you're an employee of your business. You're an employee, however you want to word it. Yeah. We're getting paid from these people. Yeah. And I think one thing I found now, and I can't generalize for all the younger generation, a lot of them don't want to work.
I don't know, because it's difficult because
when I was 22, 23, the hunger I had to make money and be out there labouring but I would do any job. Yeah, I was working in.
But you were going places. You were going places though.
What do you mean going places?
Like in terms of, surely you had some sort of idea or vision.
I just wanted to graft.
But why? But why?
Because
what was your motivation?
I think my motivation is that I know that as a man, as a guy, a boy, whatever you want to call it, you have to work.
Brother, no one's gonna save you.
That's it. You have to grind. But if I was doing welding jobs, like, obviously the minimum wage is relevant to whatever time you're in. But I was doing welding jobs for like £5.50 an hour.
I hear that.
Welding.
I get that. But I still feel like there must have been some.
And I think this internet has made people see how easy you can make money. Yeah. When you can just go and do bananas, apricot, bananas, and you can get paid from TikTok. Yeah. People thinking I ain't going out to work for 10 hours to get £80.
Yeah, I agree with you to an extent. I do feel like people have become desensitized to the struggle, essentially. Like in terms of like exactly like what you were saying.
Life is not going to be nice.
But playing devil's advocate.
Life is not going to be nice.
Playing devil's advocate. Let's say you got employees, right? Yeah. You've had employees.
Struggle, you see the thing about struggle. Struggle is not always good because like you can't go with a mentality that you need to struggle for your whole life because you might die tomorrow.
Yeah,
and you're right. You should, I agree. But I don't say. I always say that I contradict myself by saying we shouldn't applaud hard work all the time because it's about working smart. But you have to work hard before you can work smart in most cases.
To a degree.
And what I'm seeing is that a lot of these younger guys, I'm not talking about the girls. Yeah. Younger guys. Don't have that fire in their belly to graft. Yeah. They ain't got that fire. The fire in the belly that I saw a lot of my mates have. I don't think they have it.
It was a different time. I think life now is a lot softer, and like I feel like
shouldn't be soft.
And I feel like
life is not soft.
I feel like a lot of people are exposed to the money a lot earlier. Like for example, you go to college now, and like you got the kids there. They're wearing like £200-300 trainers. Were you wearing £300 trainers in college? No, right, there you go. So life's different now. But what I was trying to say is so like obviously you've had employees and you have employees etc. now. Like so. Let's say I was the cleaner because it's a good example. So
I've done cleaning jobs.
Yeah, you've done cleaning 100%. So and let's say I'm getting what I don't know, like £20 an hour. There's a certain level of effort I'm gonna put in, I think, or like that person will put in because there's no incentive for like let's say above and beyond in most jobs.
Okay, and this is my issue is this. And I'm going to generalize again. There is no boss or employee that sees someone in their team that makes their life easier that will not look after them. And if you're in that environment and it's not happening, leave.
Yeah, 100%.
Generally speaking,
I agree. Yeah,
if you're making my life, if I can go on holiday,
yeah,
whenever I want, and I've got the freedom because you're looking after my business, there's nothing within reason you ask me if I will not give to you.
Yeah,
because you're making my life easier.
Yeah,
and people, and I think generally people don't understand that. And sometimes you're in workplaces where you're not appreciated, and if that's the case, leave. Like, it's very important, and if you're not learning, leave. So basically, there's got to be some kind of progression, unless you're happy with where you are. Because sometimes people want the managerial role, they realize the pressure that's involved in being a manager and the responsibility, and then they go back to being a normal member of staff. So it's not for everybody, but people, from what I'm seeing, I'm generalizing because I'm only going from my experience.
Of course,
a lot of these young boys don't have the hunger to work,
bro. It's like even the other day. The other day we was out. Where was we out on the weekend on Saturday?
Saturday was 3 shots.
Yeah. So after 3 shots, I said to Gabriel, I need to go back to the venue. Bear in mind, I knew the venue went that busy, but I knew the event was going to finish late, and my brethren Cleo that works for me, she was there working in it, and the other guy who was working with her, he lives in East. Problem is sometimes Ubers in the night don't want to come south. Yeah. So she might have to take an Uber from Forest Gate to somewhere like Greenwich, and grab an Uber from Greenwich to like maybe like Peckham or Sydenham, then grab another Uber from there. Yeah. I said, nah man, we're going, like, the man I'm in the car, Kate was in the car, Matthew's in the car. I said, oh, we're going 254. Man's driven down there. It was the 20th anniversary. They've had the best time. Yeah. You get me? I've gone in there, like, helped clean up the toilets and the urinals. I always clean them myself. Bar new people that come to my venue and throw tissue in the urinals and cigarette butts. You're fadder. So I clean those myself, you get me? So man has to put gloves in.
Why do you do that? Because I would say it's because you care.
Yeah.
Because you care.
And you know what it is, yeah? I don't pay them to be cleaners, innit? Yeah. So like, they're doing the extra helping me clean. So like, until the cleaner starts, I have to do that, innit? So anyway, now I've done all of that, helped speed up the process, you get me? Like, done the hard bits. Then she's like, "Rah, I didn't think he was coming." I said, "Mate, you've been here all day. I was out at 3 shots doing up enjoyment. Greenwich is 25 minutes away." Yeah. I said, no. I said to the man, "I'm coming to pick you to drop you home." Yeah. So I dropped Gabriel home, dropped Matt home, dropped her home. And I came home and I said, "Right, you know what? Like, for me it's minor because all these people, they put into my life. Gabriel puts into my life by being here. Matthew's done things for me all throughout growing up. You know what I mean? Cleo helps me with this. She used to be my gym partner as well. Yeah. So like, for me, like, it goes back to what Gabriel said. If someone is making life easier for you to go on holiday when you want to, and you're gonna go above and beyond for them. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Where like certain times, like, Cleo might say something to me and I'm like, yeah, I could do that. But
the thing is, a lot of places aren't like that. Like, for example, like businesses that have like multiple like sites or venues, for example, they're not like that. Like, for example, McDonald's, for example. Yeah. I can work in McDonald's for 4 years, do the same job, make the same wage, and make the same money, and no one cares.
Yeah, they're also
there we go.
Then you got places like Google who make sure that they're smart. Their staff could stay there the whole day without realizing, because they got gym there. They provide breakfast, dinner, lunch. But you get what I'm saying?
Even with that though,
they make your life so easy that you don't even want to leave work. Yeah.
They trap you. You have to look at the industry you're in, and it's going to sound really bad. Go on. The kind of people that work for you. So I've worked at McDonald's, and I think generally speaking, the majority of people who work at McDonald's are probably under the age of 25. Generally, okay. You're going to have people that are fair, but generally it's usually the younger lot who work there. And I don't know whether I cared about all of that extra stuff. It was just a job to pay me bills.
100%.
And I think McDonald's generally is what it is, a job to pay your bills. When you're talking about Google, I think Google's more of a career. Yeah. When you're in that environment.
Yeah. More time in that age group, you still live at home with your parents and that. So you just wanted a little money to buy your clothes and you know what I mean.
What was your first job?
Iceland. I got it on my 16th birthday, literally on my birthday.
And how long was you working there for?
3 years. Yeah. But you know what it is? I worked in a branch where I got along with everyone, like, properly. Then what happened was one of my brothers was working at M&S and said, "Right, you know, you're not getting paid that well, you know." I said, "Right, how much you getting?" They're like, "Right, this amount." brother. I was
applied for the job and left.
Yeah, I left straight away, but
Yeah.
straight away I got the job the next day. Started at M&S. M&S paid better. I took
what did you prefer, M&S or Iceland?
M&S.
Okay. That because of the money?
Nah.
Or the quality of customers?
It was between the staff and the customers. So the people I worked with in M&S, like, you know, where do we come from? No,
Yeah.
Suavo. That was on the mic the other day. Me, Suavo, Novi Matthews from Hackney, couple girls from Northwest. So we're all around the same age.
Yeah.
So it just felt like you was getting paid to go to a play scheme.
Yeah.
With teenagers.
Yeah.
So it was like we're all 19 at the same time.
So they didn't have to offer you much to.
Yeah, you just
So
you were hanging with your brethren.
So it was a commodity then. They didn't have to give you much for you to kind of jump sides.
But the thing is,
but that's like a lot of jobs though.
But the thing is,
a lot of jobs are like that.
I don't feel like I was even working that hard there. I was a bit smarter where I used to ask to start 5:30 and do the stockroom shift. And the reason why is because I knew by 7, when I've got all the thingies out of the truck and they're all lined up, everyone's coming at 7. But because I got along with everyone, I didn't have to push it all the way in. So it's like, you lot all coming in, oh yeah babe, could you take it there?
Yeah.
So everyone's done my work.
Yeah.
So by the time it hits like 9,
Yeah.
I ain't really got nothing to do. So I'm getting paid till like 1:30.
Yeah.
Just floating around. Sometimes we're in the lift playing cards.
So you doing that at Iceland? How can you complain or be upset about people not cleaning your venue properly? Because it's the same.
No, but hear the joke. Everything was done to perfection. I just did it quicker than the time allocated. But this is where the managers like me. So something will happen like the freezers. One time the fridges and the freezers broke down in the whole venue. Yeah. No one to stay there overnight. I said, leave it to me. The next morning, everything is, you get me? They was like, right, like you literally filmed 8 hours. I said, yeah, it's mine now. Yeah. Because they liked me because on the times you needed me, I was willing to do the extra.
What was your first job?
I worked in Domino's.
Was that doing cooking? Or?
Yeah, I was in the kitchen and Domino's.
I was
making pizzas and
so you can make pizza for the man.
Yeah.
So you've been wasting your time. All this time you can
it was terrible. It was a terrible job.
What was your motivation for? Was it just I wanted a job? So it was going to be Domino's, KFC, or Curry's, or
I was 16. I wasn't living in London. I was 16. I was in college. I wanted money. Okay. Hastings, like Brighton side, like Eastbourne, like that way. I was there for 2 years. I did 2 years stint. My mum moved, and then I was gonna stay with my dad for a bit, but that didn't work out. So I went there, and I was there for about 2 years. Finished college there. But yeah, no, I was Domino's. So I was under
What's your experience of your first job?
It was terrible, bro. And the guy, it was alright, cool. So the first things first. So it was £3.78 an hour, right? Yeah, so I was making that was like the minimum for under 18. Yeah. So I was making that. My commute there was long because I had to ride my bike there, so it was about like 40 minutes there, 40 minutes back. These are football times, bro. It's different, bro. It's different. I was kicking ball. But yeah, so there was that. I wasn't really making much from it. Other people were making more money from like their jobs than I was. But it was the only thing that was available, and I wanted money. So I said that was my motivation. I just wanted money. I just wanted to work.
And what would you say your experience was like with management?
My manager was racist to me. That's why I left.
Okay. Was that covertly or overtly? Was it in your face?
No, it was in my face, but it was the ignorant type.
How many hours a week were you doing there?
Like 25, and then college 25? On top. Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
That's what, less than.
That's about £80 a week.
Yeah. So when you think about £80 a week
for 25 hours. That's £20 a month. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. There you go.
But imagine doing 25 hours a week at this age for £90.
I think the problem now though is that.
So you see my point? I nearly started lying. It would have been crazy. But
I think the problem now though is that we're looking at the workforce. How much money is there to pay people to the point where you're not being inconsiderate? Like we talk about Amazon and the profits Amazon makes, and then we talk about what the Amazon drivers and Amazon workers in the warehouse earn. Yeah. And I think
in retail, what company pays the best at the moment? Is it Waitrose? It's between Waitrose and Lidl, isn't it?
They pay living wage. I think Lidl pay living wage. So I think living wage is like £14 something now. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know Lidl was always paid well.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that though. That Lidl was always paid well.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know you get London waiting. Is it?
£11.95
Lidl pay like £13-14 an hour.
That's if you're in London, and then for the rest of the UK it's £10.90 per hour.
Yeah, Lidl pay like 13, 14.
I know Lidl and Waitrose has always been amongst the best when it comes to
But I think they're very job for lifey. People getting them jobs, like, you know, the older lot where they're like 40 and like that's their thing.
Yeah,
they're in them jobs for like 25 years and manager loves them because they're never late, always on time.
Yeah.
They love doing stock face up and all that stuff.
Well, I think generally,
14 hours and 14 hours.
I don't agree, bro. I don't agree.
You don't think so?
No, I don't agree, bro. I feel like if you're paying me £10 an hour to clean the floor, I'm giving you £10 an hour's worth of cleaning the floor. It's not going to be extra shiny like you want.
But why not?
Because
why don't you want to put the extra work in?
Because I don't want to be here.
But this is the problem, though.
But that's not your problem, though. No, but it's my problem.
No, but it's a problem as a business is that when I employ people, and I can see they're just doing the bare minimum. Yeah. Like I used to have a bartender in Dulwich. Yeah. Great bartender. Yeah. But you cannot get him to do anything out of his job description. Yeah. I mean, he's not.
Why should he?
No, but this is my thing, though. Go on. This is my thing. There's people in the workplace who are team players. Where let's say, for instance, let's say like someone needs to get a carton of cranberry from the back. Somebody will see that the cranberry's running low on the floor, who's not a bartender, will go to the back and say, I just saw the cranberry running low. Here's some cranberry. For anything to work, especially in the workplace, we sometimes need to do things out of our job roles. Yeah. This guy, you cannot get him to do anything out of his job description. You say to me, but he's doing his job. Yeah. And you're right. But 100%. For a business, especially when you're running a small business, you need to have employees that can slot flexibility into other places.
But are they compensated for that, or are they just doing it for the sake of it? Like I would say when you run your businesses, I would say you treat people well.
I'm exceptional. Everyone gets paid way over. Yeah. There's nobody who works for me who gets paid less than £15 an hour. Yeah. And that's in a restaurant. Yeah. I'm £4 or £3 above the living wage because I don't like seeing people struggle. Because there's nothing worse than coming into work every day. Yeah. And remember, your bartenders and your staff can see what you're making. Yeah. They can do they don't know what your expenses are, but they can do rough maths and be like,
Are you present in your businesses as much as you were previously?
Now. That's why I got peace.
Right, cool. So
I got peace now.
Cool, but at the same time, so I feel like when you're present as a business owner in your business, people, you're a likable person. So like I feel like people can be like, oh, I'll do this for the business or whatever because it's for Gabriel. It's not for the business. Yeah. But when you're absent from the business, like if you worked in Iceland, I can see why people detach themselves and they don't care as much.
And when you're not relatable, one thing about 100%. Me is I will always make a point of showing that I'm relatable. Like, I understand. Yeah. And it's the thing is that when you have employees and staff, you got to make it clear that they know that you understand. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like even when I gave one of my bartenders the salary, he was like, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "How else you can't live off what you?" Because he told me he wanted this much, and I gave him that much, and he was like, "Why are you giving me more?" I said, "You can't live off that. Yeah, you can't. This is just not possible." Yeah. And I don't know what the workforce is going to do now, but as a business, for me to pay you a wage, I have to be selling something at a profit. Yeah. And it has to be at a significant profit. Yeah. If not, if everything's at a reasonable price, I can't pay you anything. Do you know what I mean?
It's like even when people phone me to book the venue, and someone phoned me and said, "Oh yeah, could you give this discount?" And said, "Could they pay for the venue £40 an hour?" And I said, "No."
You sent me that.
Yeah, I screenshot and said, "Right, I gave it." I said, "Look at this."
How much is the venue normally per hour?
So £100 an hour.
Okay.
Then
60% off. That's crazy.
Then if it's Friday and Saturday after 7:30, it's £150. Okay. And when they said that, I laughed because I thought to myself, by the time I pay the 2 staff who might be working and security, I'm in a minus. Yeah. No, I'm in a minus.
Think about it. 2 members of staff and security, and you're going to pay £40 an hour. Yeah. You're not realistic.
Because remember, like you have to factor it like this here. So let's say if it's not a busy event, I've got 2 staff, security, that's 45. Then out of that, you have to factor in light, electric. Then you have to factor stock. So let's say if stock now cost out of the £100 an hour, if stock is costing maybe 25 out of the £100 an hour. Let's say we got we had a party recently where they were talking big time. Oh yeah, it's this person's birthday, blah blah blah. There's gonna be bare people. I was saying to the person like to the person's dad who paid for it. I said, you know, this ain't gonna be like how they gassed you up. And he goes, why do you say that? I said, right, I've done raves for years. I could already tell what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I promise you, there's going to be like 20, 25 people. And it's people that are telling you, so the aunties would say, right, book from 7:30. I said to him, no, book from 9 o'clock. Like, I'm trying to watch your back. And I said 9 is even pushing it.
But you don't have to do that though.
Yeah, I don't have
you
to
don't have to do that. You could have made. Yeah.
I said I'm trying to watch your back because they've already said the previous years the birthdays have been in the house. I said how many people have come? Usually around 35. Okay, you usually have around 35. What is it mostly? Mostly guys. What makes you think that you're gonna scale your birthday party from usually around 35 people in the house to 150?
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've told him you're gonna get probably around 20 this time, and he said why? I said mate, because what's gonna happen is some people like this is why I said I have to charge friends to come to my parties even when I want to do it free. Because when I do a free party, I had a free party once here, 400 people grabbed tickets, 40 people came. Then when I charge, 150 people come. Oh, I've told the dad this. He thought I was joking. You see, at the end of the night, yeah, he was so sad because the party finished at 2. They came at 12:15. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My bar, they didn't make no money, bro.
It's business.
My bar made probably 3-4 bills. I said to him, "Rod, unfortunately, this is the worst party I've had here." But it is what it is. I take the L, you take the L. But I said you take a bigger L than me because I still get to pay my staff, but I ain't really made a profit from the night. Maybe I made 152 bills. Yeah, you get me. But you've caught a bigger L. But I said to him, now you know, and he said, yeah, this is the last one he's gonna do. But people don't factor all these little things. It's like people will phone me and say, I've got a baby shower or I've got a bridal shower, 50 people. Could you knock me a deal? I'm like, how can I knock you a deal? Because by the time I finish calculating all these costs, I'll be the loss doing your deal. Nah, man, I'm doing your deal. Yeah. Like, you pay for the thing, I'm gonna make the bare minimum of it, but
so how much time?
Me making the bare minimum than zero, but I can't cut your deal. I can only cut a deal where if someone said to me, "Right, I was looking for a 300-400 venue for my birthday, but I can't find any," and blah blah blah. How many people are you expecting? I might have to cut it down to. Then I might be to find a middle.
Does it make sense?
That for me, it's like I did something for one of my good friends where it made sense and she made me money, and I was just like, rah, you know what? You made me enough money. I was like, send me your account. I sent back the money. Yeah.
But I feel like because you know you're like that in terms of business and just with people in general, I feel like you treat people well, innit? Like even people you don't, and I would say that for both of you. I would say initially you go out of your way for people, even people you don't know.
You know what it is,
but not everyone's like that.
I've got this thing that if you put out good energy to someone, I could walk past someone and I could see they're having the most awful day. Yeah. And I could say something to make them smile. Hopefully, my thought is, if I've said something to make you smile, you've done something to make someone smile, they've done something, and I see it as a domino effect that one day I might be having the worst day, but you've touched so many people that someone you touched is going to come back and make my day by saying something. Recently, I was having a funny day, then I was in flipping Tesco in Purley, and I've dropped, I'm so zoned out. Yeah. I've dropped stuff out my basket. Yeah. And some woman's come and picked it up and said, "Oh, excuse me," and give it to me. Then I said, "Oh, thank you." Then I've put my stuff on the till now. Later on, then she's come on the till. Then some woman's forgot her. The woman is talking the thing and she's looking at me and she's forgot her oat milk. And I picked up and said to the guy on the till, "Oh, the woman's forgot this. Is not part of mine." Yeah. She's run off. Then the woman said, it's always she's probably in the mid-40s. She goes, it's always the handsome guys that always causing trouble on the till. Then all the older women there have gone, Then I was there laughing. Then I said, right. I said, nah, I ain't no trouble. Then everyone said, yeah. Then the guys come back, serve me. Then I said, bye ladies, and everyone's gone, bye. And I was like, right, the older women are trying to gas me, who's trying to, what sugar mommy's trying to recruit me, I'm here thinking of 1,000,001 things, but just that little exchange has just made me feel more chirpy, because I'm like, right, I'm having a weird day where my mind's not here.
Yeah.
But you lot have made me smile just through little banter.
Yeah.
And sometimes in life you just need those little moments to just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think going back to like the start of the episode, like where you were saying about well, what I said about in regards to like sometimes you have to be a prick to be the nice guy.
Yeah.
And like where you're saying no to all these people, like when they're saying, "Oh, can I get the venue for
Bro, I don't
£40
think
an
you
hour?"
understand it.
Do
you know how hard I find it to say no to people?
Yeah, but
In general.
you have to, because the people you do say yes to, they get above and beyond, and you can't.
Especially to friends. And I feel like in the past 3-4 years, I've become a serious no guy.
Yeah.
I love the word no.
But
It's my favourite word.
It's like
I love it.
I have to say no now for the betterment of them. Because if I'm able to say no now and I'm able to achieve what I want for myself, and
You can say yes later.
and then we're all nice.
Yeah.
Also, you can't be a crutch for everyone.
You get what I'm saying?
No, you can't be a crutch for everyone.
Yeah.
Stop being a crutch for everybody.
Yeah.
Stop it. They need to learn the hard way.
Would you say you've ever been the person to want to or have been saving people, like wearing a cape?
I used to do that, and it didn't work out for me. Because I'll tell someone I'll do it for them, and then when it comes to the day I don't want to do it, and I don't do it, and I let them down.
Okay.
It's not good. Or I make up an excuse. You can't be a people pleaser. You can't please everybody. You got to find a balance of who you pour into and who you don't. And it's not, you can't do it to everybody. And
Would that not be the same for employees then?
say again?
Would that not be the same for employees then? So like you can't go above and beyond. Like let's say you had two cleaners, one goes above and beyond. They both get paid the same. One goes above and beyond, and one does the bare minimum.
It's all about appreciation. So for instance, I've got staff who go above and beyond.
Yeah.
They get appreciated. Like any of my staff who work past midnight, I get them taxis home. Most restaurants and bars don't do that. You have to find your night bus home. There's bits of empathy that I throw in, but at the same time, I'm not going to be your crutch. If you're working hard for it, no problem. But no one should be a crutch for anybody. And that thing I mentioned earlier, it turns into entitlement and dependency. And in the moment someone's dependent on you, you're in trouble. Like I don't learn the hard way. And I repeat again, life is not meant to be nice. Like I don't know this idea that life's meant to be smooth and easy. Life is rough. Life is a roller coaster. It has its highs, it has its lows. I don't want to sound like some philosophical, whatever you call it. But life is hard. And you're going to wake up one day and realize that, it is really hard. You have your nice times, you have your sad times. It's up and down, it has seasons. And I think I've only just realized that of recent, that life isn't meant to be nice. You just got to enjoy and manage the good times and manage the bad times. And you're going to have bad times. But when you're up and you're enjoying life, make sure you enjoy it to the fullest. Because when you get back to that sad or down time, you're going to wish you enjoyed. Like I've enjoyed. And when I'm up, like I am now, I'm enjoying. Because when I'm going to be down and sad if it comes again, I'm going to be sad. So I'm very happy. I actually enjoyed my birthday for the first time. I don't usually want to do anything. But this year I said I'm happy. And it's not because I've achieved anything, just that I'm at peace, I'm happy. And like I've not been happy for a long time.
This guy was wearing a silk garment, head to toe, you know.
Yes.
Silk garment.
Yes.
It's mad, yeah. Our birthdays is what, like 4 days apart? Yeah, it's mad. 4 days. What I realised as well, you know what's crazy? Most of the people that I get along with are all born this month. Like
August.
Most of my proper friends that I proper get along with, we're all like born within the same week or week before, or it's weird. I don't know why. And we're all kind of similar in certain traits where we go above and beyond for each other. You get what I'm saying?
You need people like that though.
Yeah,
it's reciprocated.
Like one of my friends the other day, like I messaged her, it was her birthday. Then I messaged her. She's in Ghana at the moment, still on holiday. Her man took her there, and I said, "Raw, thank you." And she goes, "For what?" I said, "Raw, one of my most memorable birthday gifts is my mum's picture." Yeah. So she's seen it, like it's been on my WhatsApp for years. She's seen it, screenshotted it, went and printed it, and put it like in a picture. And I was like, "Raw," I said, "You know how thoughtful that is, where things that are big material things don't have the same impact." You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I don't think they will. I feel like when you go above and beyond for people, you don't appreciate just stuff or like money. You appreciate people taking the time out of their day to do something that means something.
Do something that means something.
Yeah.
And I said, right, like you don't realise how much I didn't realise that meant a lot to me. Yeah. Because sometimes I would pick up the picture and I was looking at it. Yeah. Saying, right, this was a dope moment in life. You get me? Like this was like.
Well, I think the type of person you are is like you would want to still repay that 10 times over. But it's like how do you do that? Do you know what I mean?
Bare little things.
Yeah, exactly. Things that mean stuff. Yeah,
little things that mean stuff.
Yeah,
I'm random like that. I'm the kind of random friend who I could be on ends right now. I could phone you, like, oh, what are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Let's go eat, let's go do this, blah, blah, blah. Just because it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I'm in a good mood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why at the moment I'm grinding hard and giving people no's, because I'm trying to get back to being that guy, but on a higher level.
Yeah. So
I want to be able to phone a friend and say, "Rah," like I want to be able to phone Gabriel now and just be like,
yeah,
"Hey, Gabs, what you doing?"
Yeah.
Oh, nothing, man. What you got planned for the next 3 days? Oh, nothing now. Hey, send me your passport number. Boom.
Amen. I'm you.
That's the kind of friend
I'm you. Lord God, Jesus. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
That's the kind of bridge I'm trying to be.
Hallelujah.
I'm trying to forward man and say, "Rah, take the next 3 days off.
Yeah.
Wait out. Just send me your."
So would you say you got enough money to be the type of person that you want to be, or to be yourself?
You see, right now.
And do you think that should be a thing?
I think right now, yeah, I've got enough for me.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I've got enough for me. Like, I'm all right for me.
Yeah, but having enough for you isn't enough for you.
It's not enough for me. Yeah. I want enough for
everyone.
Yeah. That's
I get
you get. I find more joy in giving.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Like I don't know where it comes from. Like I get excited over, like let's say like one of my brothers, something good happens for them. Yeah. It's weird where even my birthday, like for instance, where I've only put up my birthday picture because I had a rave the next day, where people would have been confused between dates and no. So I just put it up just so, you know what I mean. But if I didn't do the rave, but I probably wouldn't have put up the picture. I probably wouldn't have said it was my birthday.
Yeah.
I'd have let the day just fly by.
Yeah.
But I'm more excited to, it's your birthday. It's weird. I get more excited about people's days than mine.
Yeah. So with you, Gabriel, do you feel like you've reached a point now, so like where you're saying you're free, etc., do you feel like you've had enough success or made enough money to a point where
Definitely made enough money.
To a point where you feel like you can be more yourself?
No, I'm just at peace.
Yeah?
I'm just at peace, and it's not because of money, it's just because I've let a lot of things go and I don't have as much expectations on myself.
Okay.
I'm being realistic. But I ain't got enough money for nowhere near it.
Yeah.
I'm not at a point where I can fully retire my mum. So I'd say no. Until I'm at a point where I can fully retire my mum, then no.
And it goes back to Wes. What was he speaking about before we switch on the camera, before Gabriel comes?
Yeah, family.
Where I
stuff,
said, family.
Yeah.
I said to Wes before you come here, Gabriel,
Yeah.
that I feel like even though I grind hard, I don't feel like I grind.
No, you do grind.
No, Gabriel.
You can't be robotic with yourself. You can't be robotic.
I feel like Gabriel. I feel like 2019, 2018, I had more fire in me. Like, you know, like when you
or was you just making more money?
I was making more money, but I felt more hungry to get it more because of.
Is that because you was making more money?
No.
It's because you was making more money. You was making more.
No, but you know what?
You've never been sad whilst you've been making money.
Yeah, but you know what it is?
That's what I was trying to say earlier.
No, but I'll say to Wes, I think I wanted to make more, not just only because of that. I think because I wanted to look after my mum to the next level. Where Gabriel just mentioned what he's mentioned, and I said, that was my A1 motivation. Where
I think if
used to
you
phone
was
my
mashing,
mum. My mum would phone me and say, bro, I need this.
Yeah.
Send me your account. Brr, that's 2K.
Yeah.
Like, without thinking.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I feel like if you was mashing peas,
but
bro,
now
I feel like you would be motivated.
I feel like, I could work this hard to get this, but you get what I'm saying?
Money
I reckon
problems,
if I had
bro.
kids here, if I had kids and a girl now,
yeah,
I'll be on job. I'll be super on job.
There's also the other side of that, bro. Like, you got obligations now. You got like 2, 3, 4 mouths to feed.
I reckon that obligation would have me extra on job.
It kind of gives you an extra grand.
Yeah.
Sometimes when your back's against the wall, you don't really
when,
know.
When you have to make it, I get that. But to have to constantly be in that mental space and then still not be making the money that you need to make, then it's the other side.
Stress,
No, but you know what is it? It goes back to the thing where Gabriel said, when it comes to back home, there's no one there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
You've only got yourself to disappoint.
Bingo. But you see, like, when you know that, you get up in the morning, I have to feed him and her.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
You can't go home and
you
get in the same bed as your wife. And, I get
like,
it. I get
getting
what
up
you're
5 a.m. every day would feel like it's nothing. You get what I'm saying? So me at the moment, it's like, I know, for instance, like, I know this year, once the next 4 months goes, bro, next year it's gonna be boom. But the difference now,
I would agree.
But you know the difference now is,
I
reckon, because I'm so used to the grind, that once the extra comes back and more than before now, because it's gonna be more than before. There ain't nothing that excites me no more. It's sad though.
Why don't you have some kids then?
That's what it's gonna be. Literally, because it proper, bro, it's weird. Nothing has the effect it used to have on me, and it's proper sad.
No, I get it.
Things that used to proper excite me just don't hit no more.
Do you feel like there's anything that you could buy that could make you happier?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. But it needs serious capital.
Yeah, serious money. Yeah,
it's not. It
not
needs,
small boy change.
It needs
Okay.
serious, but it's just like all the little things that used to, like even these days, because I don't drink no more. Yeah. So when I go to parties, I get irritated easily. Yeah. Because girls will be coming to hug me. Oh, you see that? Yeah. Fuck, you just. Yeah. Stain up my clothes and stain up my face with your makeup and you get me. Or one of the man them saw me the other day and I said to him, bro, I'm wearing white. I said every time you hug me, you've got like Hennessy on your hand. Yeah. And there's bare tops that I know it's you and he's like, oh no, I'm not gonna. Yeah. I was like, bro, like, but I reckon it's because I'm not drunk and I'm sober. Yeah. I'm getting agitated by everyone's little things. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, what am I here?
Some environments you have to drink to be in them. Some environments you got to drink to be. If you're not
like,
part of the.
Bro, me and Marvin went to a day party the other day. My brother's thing, shout out 12 drinks. So we went to my brother's party now, and our table had 10 bottles, bro. That wasn't 10 man. Yeah. Literally, that's what it's. Bro, there's 10 bottles. 10 bottles. One girl started vomiting because she was mixing drinks. She ended up in fucking hospital. Oh wow. Yeah, she ended up in hospital because she was mixing. Because bro, there's 10 bottles, bad free. Bro, I was drinking apple juice. Drinking apple juice. You get me? I was eating burger and shrimps and them. Them I was eating glizzies. You know, they were eating hot dogs. Wow! I got a video of Marvin. I can't even put on there. I was eating glizzies,
I got a video of Marvin with a glizzy. That's crazy. Wow! That's outrageous.
Chomping on a glizzy, bro. Like,
yeah, that's.
I was like, yo, but like, yeah, them man was eating glizzies and 10 bottles of alcohol, and I was looking and thinking to myself, rah. Then I said to them, last year we went to the same party, bro. But this year's one was in Wembley. Last year's one was in Addington Palace. I was like, you know, I'm glad that I was 10 minutes from home, because when I came back home, the way my head was spinning for one day straight, a good 24 hours. I was drinking bare water, and it wasn't beating a hangover. I was eating, and I wasn't beating. I said to myself, it's what people do to themselves, but it looks like showtime. Like the tables popping, 10 bottles, there's bare girls. I was just in the dance, just standing far back and just looking at our section, and everyone's lit, but I was just like, this don't hit the same no more. Yeah. And I'm the party boy out of everyone. Yeah. But it just don't have the same effect no more.
Do you think that changed you? Like, did you learn anything? Because I remember I was listening to 50 Cent's book, his audio book. Yeah. And he was saying, like, there's a lot you can get from being sober in a room full of drunk people. Yeah. So bro, do you feel like it changed you at all?
I'll give you an example here. So this Saturday is Summer Love. I don't think I'm going to throw a party till next year Summer Love. Yeah. I'm not in that space. You get what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in the stay grinding. I might take a break next month.
Isn't Summer Love still grinding though?
Huh?
Isn't Summer Love still technically grinding?
It is, but
that's still a grind.
It's a grind, but
you had more parties though. So I guess if you scaled things back.
Remember before I used to do like 4 Summer Loves a year, a Winter of Love.
How many have you done this year?
Huh?
How many parties? Okay.
Yeah. Then I used to do with Dakosi Afro. I forgot the name of the party. At one point, I had a party every month. Put it that way, like. But I feel like maybe because I'm getting closer to 40 as well, just don't want to be in the clubs all the time. It's good money. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't want. It's smarter money as well. Like if you're a young boy and you've got a strong network, do raves. It's good money. Like I'll be lying if I, you know what I mean. It's always good money. But yeah, I think my focus now is more to grow the business to get the venue booked during the weekdays. You know what I mean? Partner up with young promoters, older promoters, not too young, like over 25s, like older promoters in their 40s and 30s, and get different crowds on different days to fill out the gaps, just grow that properly, and yeah, get into doing what I want to do, other things next year, like early next year from the jump.
Yeah.
Just be satisfied and kick back, bro. You know what I mean?
Sick.
Like I don't want to be in a club with 25-year-olds all the time. You get me?
So you can't go club now?
Huh?
Me and you can't go club?
No, we can. We can. But like, I don't want it to be like a, you get what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Like a week in, week out kind of thing. Like, even though there should be an age on partying, like when we go to America, it's different, innit? I'll be in the club and there's man who are 50, all the way down to, you get me?
Yeah.
Like, I was laughing at Irv Gotti the other day though. I was thinking to myself, raw, are you 53 complaining about a 26-year-old trying to finesse you? You know how crazy that is?
Why do you think they're there?
Huh?
Yo, you're a big grey back 50-year-old man. Why do you
man.
think a 25-year-old girl fancies you?
You get me?
You think it's because of your looks? Or your grey beard or your belly? It's for your mullah. And any of you older men who are going for younger women, that's what they're genuinely there for, your money, mate.
Bro.
Man's complaining.
100 mil when he was complaining about the young thing was, the young thing was trying to finesse him for 25. You know what he looks like? He looks like that man on the corner. You know that man who drink White Lightning on the corner?
Yeah.
He looks like one of the men who drink White Lightning. She don't fancy you, bro. You're 53, man. Come on. Please like, share, and subscribe, like I said in the intro. And got any special days? Venue 254 London. Hit the bio in the event in the venue page, and yeah, please share that out as well to your friends and family. At the moment, it just feels like just loads of women just following that page, boy. So you man them, you might find your wife in the comments or in the follow section. Stay tuned for more.